Hi, Esther.
What are you doing, Emmett?
I'm watching this glass of water.
That's what I thought you were doing. Why are you watching that glass of water?
I'm waiting for it to change.
To change?
Yup. I'm watching to see if the water becomes something else.
What do you think the water might become?
Well, I'm hoping it might change to chocolate milk. But that's not what happened in the story in the Bible.
What happened in the story of the Bible?
In that story, the water turned into wine.
Well, I gather that wine is not your cup of tea.
Wine isn't even my cup of chocolate milk. That's a joke.
The story in the Bible is the story of the wedding at Cana, right?
Yep. Hey, you're right. In the Bible story, the water changed into wine at a wedding. Maybe I should take my glass of water to a wedding if I want it to become chocolate milk.
Oh, Emmett, maybe the story in the Bible isn't about how to change water into wine or into chocolate milk.
Really? Is this another of those Jesus moments when it seems to be about one thing, but is about another thing?
Maybe. Do you remember how the story in the Bible begins?
I think it begins with a wedding.
The story begins with the words, on the third day.
Is that sort of like saying, once upon a time?
It's a clue.
I like clues. Is it a clue like, look under the Christmas tree for a gift?
Not really. I think it's a clue about what God is doing.
Really? How does that work?
Well, in the Bible, it says that after Jesus was crucified, he rose again on the third day.
On the third day? On the third day! That's like this story. On the third day, there was a wedding.
Right. The words on the third day are a clue that God is going to do something, that the story is going to be about new life.
That's quite a clue. So in the story, Jesus and his friends went to the wedding of someone who had a cane.
No one had a cane. The wedding was held in a village called Cana.
If I read this story during Christmas time, I would have called it Candy Cana.
Oh, Emmett. At weddings, people served wine to the guests, just like they do at many weddings today. But they ran out of wine.
Uh-oh. Did they have any chocolate milk to serve?
No. Jesus' mother, Mary, was also at the wedding, and she told Jesus that the wedding hosts had run out of wine.
I think Jesus could help. Remember how he fed all those people who were hungry when they ran out of food? If he could give people food, he could probably give them something to drink.
That's what Mary thought. In the house, there were 6 big stone jars used to store water. Since they didn't have plumbing and taps at the time, they had to store water in big jars so that the water could be used for cleaning and washing.
This is where the story gets exciting.
Jesus told some of the people to fill the jars with water and then scoop some of the water into a cup and let the person in charge of the meal taste it.
That person was going to be surprised because it wasn't water anymore.
No, it was chocolate milk.
What? That's not right.
I was joking. No, the water was now wine. In fact, it was better wine than they had been served before the wine ran out. It was the best wine the people had ever tasted.
Hmm.
You sound like you're not sure about something, Emmett.
I'm wondering about what you said about it being a clue that this story started by saying, on the third day.
What are you wondering?
I'm wondering what you meant by saying it was a clue, because I have no clue what this story is about.
But you do have a clue.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
What clue?
The clue is this happened on the third day.
But I have no clue what that clue is about.
Well, on the third day after Jesus was crucified, he was resurrected. His friends discovered that Jesus was still alive and God still loved the world and they could still live the way that Jesus had shown them to live.
You mean they could love others and they could share food with people and help them walk and see and know that God loves them.
Yes, people were surprised. God's love meant that unexpected things happen, like a few loaves of bread feeding lots of people, and Jesus having lunch with someone nobody else liked.
So, in this story, no one thought that the water could be anything but water. But then it became something else. Surprise!
Surprise! It's a good story to read early in the new year to remind us that God can surprise us with something new this year.
This sounds like a good time to say, Amen.